there was anyone that has my undying respect, it is David. I mean, here he was, a shepherd boy. Father didn't particularly care for him, sent him out amongst the sheep while the rest of the sons were, getting the better jobs. And he ended up, now this is kind of like a microcosm of my life, and then all of a sudden here comes Goliath, and David slays Goliath, and he ends up changing the course or the destiny of his life. Well, that wasn't him. That was God in him. That was his faith in God, for he stood before Goliath and said, "In the name of the God of Israel." He knew who he was, and he knew what he had in the way of abilities. And that is the transformation. And yet, even with that, this beautiful woman, naked, bathing, right out his window, ends up becoming, in a sense, his downfall for that time in his life. He ended up sinning. He ended up committing adultery and hurting her, their relationship. And yet God forgave him. And their son, Solomon, became the next king of Israel. Now, is that a magnificent story about relationships and how they are restored even with sin, even with the downfall comes the mercy and the grace of God, and that is the cross. That is what the Holy Spirit brings. That's why Jesus died. No matter whether you go through a divorce or not, no matter whether you have lost the love of your children or not, no matter what happens, God will turn all things to the good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. Okay? So we have a little bit of a revelation going on here where you might want to look at some of the relationships in your life. You can take time to reflect about that and maybe talk to some people that are close to you and pray, and maybe get a prayer partner to help you with it. Most importantly, take it to Jesus and talk to him. He has the big picture, and he knows when a relationship is to form and how deep it's supposed to get, and he will guide you in it.